Football betting tips. Today I'm joined with Joe Norris from Getyourtipsout, who also has his own website, which is joenorristips.co.uk. And in today's episode of the UK Sports Betting Tips podcast, I want to dig a little bit deeper in specifically how you choose your football predictions.
Yep. So are we should we rank these straight away or talk
Let's
about the
go through
factors?
a few different factors. Then what I can try to do is get your 1, 2, 3, 4 in order for
Yeah.
what influences kind of who you're going to choose to win the
All right.
game or
Let's
correct.
start off with the obvious ones. I would say team form is definitely a big thing. How they're playing, recent results. Um, Obviously another one is the squad. So injuries. If a team's injury ridden, it don't matter if you're Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United. If you're injury ridden, you could lose to anyone if you got your B team out. Um, a big one for me as well, I would say, is like motivation. So, if you got a derby, you got like Liverpool versus Everton. Without a doubt, Everton are raising their game two or threefold against Liverpool, just because it means so much to them. A lot like with horse racing, everything has to come back to price. So value would have to be, without spoiling it, would be my number one because everything comes back to price. An injury-ridden team are going to be a bigger price, so then you almost have to weigh that up and think: is there a chance their second choice striker can still play well? Are they too big a price? So it's always back to price. Yeah, I don't think I've really missed anything. I'm not sure. Have you got any to add?
I just say a little bit like I just kind of expand a little bit on, let's say, team news or selection and
Yeah,
formation. So, like sometimes the lower league teams might set up very defensively
yeah,
against one of the higher league teams. So it might be quite a low scoring game where the top of the league might go and win a 2-0 or a 3-0, and probably the bottom of the league are probably playing a back five and the thingy. But then when they're playing someone close to where they are, they're thinking, we need to win this game. They then
yeah,
start going more attacking and the game opens
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot more. So I think especially it's not just about what teams are going to win. There's certain people on football tips or predictions or certain bets that people might just want to go over 2.5 goals or both
yeah,
teams to score, where I'm never going to back a lower league team in the league to score a goal against a higher league team if they're going back five. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
little things like that I'm trying to look for. But yeah, I mean, for me, you mentioned upon price. Price is for me dictates everything. I'm trying to find value where I'm going like this could be an open game, and I think this team's going to win. So I might do both teams to score and a team to win and stuff like that. But
yeah, yeah.
what just before we get going, what influences like in order your 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, so
What
value will
different
be.
what different bets do you like having? Like, do you like doing both teams to score over 2.5 goals, correct scores? Like, what are you doing? Like, just accas of like
Well, a
five
lot of the
teams to win?
time, I like to do sort of like a double or a treble.
Yeah,
Now that could be like win or lose, or win, draw or lose, and then the other thing I look at is both teams to score.
yeah,
And then I'll try and do a double or a treble out of that.
yeah,
I mean, what you just said as well. That's basically the head-to-head, isn't it?
yeah.
I think that's really important to look at the recent head-to-heads between the two teams. Has it produced goals? Is this the same situation? Do both teams have their strongest team out? Things like that.
Yeah, for sure. Right, well, let's dig into it then. So, what is the most influential factor when you're looking to do your football betting tips?
So number one would be value, exactly the same as racing because everything comes back to the price. If you're backing both teams to score, but then everyone's backing both teams to score, and the price is just too short, you're not gonna win long term because you're not getting any value. You've not got an edge over anyone else. I think that is the hardest thing with football is to find that edge over other people. Whereas I feel like with racing, it gives you more opportunities to find that edge.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, there's still definitely money to be made with it. So yeah, value would be number one. I would say number two would be recent form. I think that has to be up there. If they've been playing well and free scoring, um, that that has to be number two. Number three
I
is
think just
where
on that, just to expand on that,
yeah,
that is so key in my opinion. Recent form, and I know it's such an obvious statement, but like when you've got a striker who's playing and he's got confidence,
mm,
like it makes such a big difference. If he's just
yeah,
scored in his last game or scored in his last few games, he's
yeah,
he's full of confidence. He's going to hit it. Where the minute he goes on a bit of a drought and he's not scoring, he starts second guessing what should he be doing. Is he going to pass? Is he like that instinct of a striker, especially for a striker, in my opinion, for confidence is massive for recent form.
yeah.
But go on, sorry to stop you in your tracks. What's
No,
your
but
number three then?
that's so true because also if the team is then struggling to score goals, they become more defensive because they know even conceding one goal could mean they'd lose the game.
Yeah,
So the impact it has on it, it shouldn't be underestimated. So I think that has to be number two,
yeah.
definitely.
What's your number three then?
Number three is where you can really argue over it. I would personally say, which probably is a bit debatable, motivation. Um,
I'm not
because
having that. I'm not
yeah,
having that
because you could have, you could have. I've seen it with Chelsea so many times, right? So we've got like Liverpool at home on a Saturday. Stamford Bridge is packed. Everyone's up for it. We put in a really good performance. We win 2-1. Everyone's buzzing, and then we go Leeds midweek and get stuff 3-1. Like
I can get what.
that is motivation. That is the player's mindset not being right.
Well, that's such a weak mindset from a player. Like for me,
Yeah, but you see it all the time. You see
I
it all the
get it.
time.
I get it. But just to try and counter argument this a little bit, right? I play a lot of football myself, and it doesn't matter whether it's a friendly game or I'm at training. I'm doing everything I can to win that game, and there's
Yeah,
no chance that someone would say you're more motivated in this game than that game. I want to win every game. I can say, obviously, if it is a big derby or something like that, you might slightly raise it. But if I'm playing away at Leeds and I'm a professional footballer, I'm doing everything I can
yeah,
in
but
that game.
you can't tell me that every game you play your motivation level is consistent. You can't.
Well,
There'll be certain games where you're more up for it than other games.
this,
I get what you're saying. Probably your baseline of motivation
yeah,
is always at a respectable level.
I think
But
it's such a weakness from a player to go
these
away.
overpaid footballers, it
Yeah,
isn't. It
yeah, yeah.
isn't.
I get it. I do get it. It's definitely not my third, but I get why he's saying it. But
Like you've
yeah,
only got to look at derbies like Everton,
yeah,
Liverpool, you know, Chelsea, Arsenal. They're the games where you really see the players want to win because they know what it means to the fans.
yeah. What's your number four?
Number four. Now you've changed my mind on this. I think number four has got to be well, it was going to be squad, but I think what's even more important than that is rest time. So, for
Yeah,
example, I mean it's the old one everyone will use. If they've played in Europe in midweek and then they've got a game on Saturday, and they get beat, everyone says, "Oh, they're tired
yeah,
from Europe in midweek." But I do think it's a big factor.
yeah, for sure. I mean, just look at everyone who normally ends up getting in the Champions League that come like fifth or sixth. Normally,
Yeah,
the league table they come lower down the league table that year because they're playing
yeah,
midweek. Probably not got like a deep enough squad. The
that's
starting
it.
eleven's great.
Yeah,
Squad's not deep enough. The minute they start putting one or two of the subs on, just not at the level of the starting 11. So I would have the the rest time definitely in there as number four, but number three I'd have like the team news and like the formation of what they're going to be playing and stuff like that. But
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think
Oh, so you think head to heads is huge? Yeah.
yeah, I do think it's big. Yeah,
See, that's the thing. It depends what bet you're having. If I'm having both teams to score,
yeah,
head to head's something I will check before anything else
yeah.
because I want
But
to
I
see
also
how
think,
they've played
I
against each
also
other.
think the head to head, not just looking at previous years, but I also think that manager thinks, okay, we're second in the league, we're playing fifth bottom, we've
Yeah,
got a big Champions League game in the middle of the week. Okay, we'll rest 4 or 5 players for the Champions League game. And
exactly.
kind of
Yeah,
going in, almost like what you're saying with regards to the players going in half-heartedly, right?
yeah,
The manager's also going there thinking this is a game we should be winning, and it's probably the wrong mindset to have, where
yeah.
you go in there thinking, yeah, these are towards the bottom and stuff like that, and the manager's made a few changes, and you're like, do you know what? You've massively weakened your team here. When that striker or that midfielders is not. We was talking about
Yeah.
confidence. They're not confident, and
Oh, without a doubt, it has a knock on effect on other
yeah,
players, doesn't it? If you know sort of one of the best players has been rested, it just weakens the quality of the team, and it just has a knock on effect. So I agree with you. That's definitely a big one.
yeah. I mean, I also would like to say I wanted to have a debate with you to try and throw you under the bus to say no, I'm not disagreeing here, but I also think it's probably a bad question for me to ask in order because it shouldn't really be an order. It should be
No,
everything amalgamated together gives you
yeah,
the output of saying, I think this is value. And,
yeah,
and there's lots of other factors that you can look at as well of like, not even that, it could be something like not just the rest time, but is it how far they're playing away? So if they're playing and they've got a bloody 4 hour bloody drive to the
exactly, yeah.
thing and stuff like that, and they've played on the Thursday in Europe and then they're playing on a Saturday afternoon, you're like, oh God.
But then I like that's spot on. But I also think the bet you're having as well, what market you're betting in, I think the factors would be ranked differently for each. So for
Completely
goals, there'd be
agree.
certain things that are more important. For
Yeah.
the win, there would be other things that are more important.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, completely agree. So anyone who's watching this, obviously it's going to be syndicated out to the UK Sports Betting Tips podcast. It'll also be on Joe Norris YouTube channel and on Get Your Tips Out as well. If you want more kind of information like this, make sure you subscribe. That's both to the YouTube channel and also to the UK Sports Betting Tips podcast.